Hi, I'm Yao. So this is my reflective videos at 9:27 p.m. on August 18, 2025. I'm showing this my project coordination skill from my internship again. So I want to apply that into this software testing course. So I have managed to create 48 test case along with the 12 user story for the best of. So let's go. Okay. To begin with, we go open the Jira over here. You can see on the screen. So I have to create this one and have to do some setting on the QRT plus and the software testing. You can see over here, you need to do some project setting over here. The most important thing to start is to create a work type. Here you have to create the quality test. This will make sure that the Jira will integrate perfectly with the quality test. The program will integrate and connect to each other when they're doing testing. That's the first one. Okay, so after that, I have managed to create this 12 user story. So by creating this 12 user story, and I also create the Excel file showing my my documentation skill on my company when I create the test case for my coworker. And you can see over here, this I use the industrial real life application to the real project. So this is a test scenario ID, test case, user story, functionality, feature, feature ID, test scenario, precondition, sample, test step, expected results, notes, actual results, execution date, and so on. Okay, as you can see here, that will be the end of the beginning. Okay, so all of this one will cover both positive and negative, and also the boundary for the all test case. So I link all these 48 test cases using internship skill to plan it efficiently to complete in the shortest time as possible. So I'll come back to my Jira equality. So I have to go to the test case, my project, equality plus test case. So I have to create it over here. So it should be better to create a folder to map all the same function or same related things to each other. So like here I have the feature search. So I have to map all the case that related to that one here, set the priority and show you one of them. So this is a search fit one, you see. Just wait. Okay, so in here I have to write the description, test scenario, feature, test group, preconditioned. In here is the step I write, the test data expected, result, and so on. So I have to assign for the user, which is me. Also the due date is today. Okay, that's the first one. After create the test case, we have to create the test cycle. So here we just need to create a big test cycle project, and then we'll add all 48 test cases inside that one. So after input all 48 one, you will have this list over here. So a sec. You have all the lists over here. This is already done. I will tell you what I did later. So this is basically what you will have for the first one of this project. So to begin with, I think we can go to the Catalan to have some testing right now. Okay, so for the first step, you have to do a recording. This one you have to record. So you have to record all the elements and all kind of things. And I think you have to create a new one. This case here. Done this one before, so it's just like test something like that. So in here you have to use your device to record and capture all the elements have on screen. So that inside the system, it will have this object repository over here. So when you call or when you check the validation or check if it is being verified or present on the screen or not, this is all everything you got after recording and capturing item. This is all I got. I have checked every single thing on the website to get this one so that I make sure that I don't miss anything. Okay. Okay. So let's try one thing over here. So let's try search fish. It's a pretty basic one. Go to the script. You can see where I go in the comment over here, import things, and define the fish keyword, navigate, search, and run over here for you to see. So in case that the normal Chrome will have a lot of problem with the login due to the security and password one. So I recommend you to use Edge Chromium over here. Okay, just wait. It'll take a minute to run this one. This website. So technically everything here, I need to do it manually first, and after realizing all the steps and all the things, I'll create, this is automation test. This will be automation script test. It will be divided to picture, it will be divided to test scenario, as you can see over here. Okay, it's on. See what we have over here. We automatically click everything for us. By fish, and it will display all the necessary information. Yep, and there we go. And after that, I have a code over here to screenshot the last page over there, so that we have the evidence. So it will be in this one, screenshot, first page. Yep, there you go. This is the image we just captured from that test. Thing is really fun that I made. It took me like almost 1 day to do. Is the login as a remote machine to the server as I'm not using the Windows. So at first this one causing a lot of problem because I didn't know how to do it. So I do some research and do the document. I have find out that you have to set up the remote driver over here. I have to set up the instruction over here, and then do some API integrated, and then take the remote over here. It will run this through this browser stack. So it will run through the browser stack, and then it will send us back the result in our screen. You see over here? Yeah, it's the name, it's user's username, in June, access keys, my API. Finish. Yep, it's all finished. It's passed. This is a very fun one. So there was some minor error over here, just some warning, but it's still enough. It's just some warning. So when I see those warning, I have to come to the Jira over here, and I have to create a bug like this one. We'll try make it as bug. Yeah. So I already make a bug. I can show you. The bug is from this Safari over here. I already resolved it, this one. In this bug log, I will throw the description what happened, what actually happened, and what to do to fix it. So it has to follow all of the instructions that I'm doing here. So make sure that you absolutely capture everything they have on that side, on the Safari, on the remote machine. And it will capture it back and send back to us. That is a very, very fun one. Okay. So after doing those de facto one, I have some also have some modified related to validation through the Gmail and validation through the purchase. So I will put that all in my project. I already sent the invitation to you, Dr. Paulo. So I can show you a bit more about this one. So I've put all tester into test suite. Each test suite have the card core, checkout core related to whatever aspect they're doing. So after that, I will put them into a collection, as you see here. I have some two over here. This cross-browser collection, we have these two will be separate from the Edge default collection, which is running 46 test case. Okay, so but in reality, when you're doing fully test on this one, I have to create another one over here, which is I call best or auto regression. We'll input 46 test case over here. Then in the best suite collection, where we use it to input all the tests inside, and then we'll run it later. So here you see, I have to add the best auto regression. We have 46 one, and this two one with Firefox and remote, but that's two separate compatibility. So after all that, I'll go to best auto regression over here. You see all the things, and add, we'll run it. We come back to here. And you use this where you're gonna click execute it. Now after execute, it will run from top to down, and this is the result it got. I can show you. This all pass. You see, we can even export the report over here. I will also including this one into my report. So don't worry about that. I think that is the one. Yeah, this is the test case you see. That's right. Nice. So it's run 46. It has all the log, all the status, ID of what action they have made, and so on. Okay, and now is the hard part is how can you integrate this one and push all the log or the result and things to the Jira. So you have to go to this one. You have to install the plugin, Jira plugin. Then you come to this project setting. You see the Jira over here. Then you have to input your Alagian user Jira, your email address and the API token, which is also taken from this side also. Okay, so after doing that, you connect it like this. Okay, and you have to make sure that this issue is turned into quality or whatever it is here, and then you can close, apply close. Yep. And you must also check if you have already linked your test case with specifically things. So I can show you this one. And you can see there's a tab called integration. And here I have to, let me check this one. So this is the key ID. You can see hat 8. This is my test case number associated. I have to make sure both of these match to each other. So it could be linked. And whatever I do in here, after I do execute suite test, it will push everything to the Jira. So after that, you will see it will include a zip file. In this file, is all the log and HTML, PDF, console log, report, and all the things related. For the image, I also have include all the image of the result I have run for all test cases. Over here, you can see. Run the test suite collection over here. It will push everything to here to make all of them become pass and executed. Over execution. And you can see this already have some test attachment over here. This could be done manually by the tester, manual tester, or doing automation, which is using the catalog integrated with the Jira. You can see back then. It will transfer all those ones into this one. It will have to show the attachment with this being created after I run that test collection. Okay. So for some particular one like this one, we have bug. So the user, which is the tester over here, we have to add the bug inside this one and check if it's already been fixed or not. You can see over here is say bug here. I already fixed it. I also have mentioned how to fix that in the document. The whole thing here is to create the user story here. So you have to create the user story. From this user story over here, you see I have already linked them to each test case and the cycle. And then everything is being connected together. So whenever someone do anything, everyone in the team could track if they have done it or not. We will have this test execution data. It'll be a statistic of what we have done. Execution reports, the status chart. Yeah, it's all passed. I make sure everything will be passed. Okay, okay. Also traceability report. So it'll show the bug from the test case. See, no bug found, no bug found. Some will have bug. We use the validation one. all the subject will be defined by create the user story, link it with the test case, create test case, link it with this test cycle. From test cycle, you create the test suite collection, and then start to doing it in the catalog. And after doing the catalog, you link it through the API to the GUI catalog, and then you push it to this one, and you execute, and you got the pass, fail, or whatever it is from the report over here. And yeah, you finish everything. That's all I have done so far. That's all. So thank you for listening. Thank you, sir.